Amigos, me encuentro con la chica del momento, the it girl, Felicity Jones. Hola, ¿cómo estás? How are you?
Sí.
Sí, muy bien.
Yeah, muy bien.
Muy bien. You are even more beautiful in person than in the movies.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you don't like compliments that much. You're a shy girl.
Well, I get very English about it, and I sort of go, I live through self-deprecation, so
Yeah.
I just get very embarrassed.
What were you aware of this world, this Star Wars world, before entering this production?
I was. I mean, it's Star Wars has touched everyone's lives at some point, and I remember early on being a young girl and sitting and watching it on VHS, which makes me seem really ancient now. But absolutely was intoxicated by it, and then coming back and watching the films, knowing that I was going to be playing Jyn and be part of the story. I realized when I was watching them, it's brilliant acting, it's a great script, and it's human. They're vulnerable characters, and you root for them, and you want them to find their place in the galaxy.
I love the beach and the palm trees. They were great on it.
Yes, yeah.
It's so different from what we're used to.
It is, and it's very hard, I have to say, running in sand.
Really?
Running in wet sand in really big, heavy boots, I don't recommend.
Tell me more about your character, because there's always a secrecy about the Star Wars movies. And how was for you to keep all the information, not to give away to your friends, to your family, what was going on the fans, that they all want to know?
It's really hard. It's really difficult, because you kind of, your instinct is to tell everyone about it. But I just can't wait for everyone to see it, and I think it's so nice for there to be a little bit of mystery and something to look forward to. Especially as we know everything about everyone now. It's nice to have some things a little bit mysterious.
There is something great about your character and the past one in the other Star Wars movie, that the women are the one in charge, that they're the powerful, the ones that made the change. What do you think about that? What is going on in this world that the women have that power? Do you think that relates to the real life that we're living today?
Yeah, I think we're advanced societies, and we need female leaders and we need male leaders, and we need respect of both. And I would always be a champion of equality, and seeing that reflected in cinema is vital.
And what's hard, the training? Because you fight, you climb, you do everything in this movie. It looks great. It's very action-packed.
Yeah, I've loved that ever since I was a little girl. I remember my mother used to take my brother and I swimming, and there'd be a really high diving board, and I would just be running up there and throwing myself off this diving board. And it's just, I love that. I love slightly kind of adrenaline side activities. Yeah. I really get a high from it. I don't know what that says, but
We get introduced to Jyn at the early age, and then we see how she transforms to become a rebel. What more can we know about her?
She's someone who, she's quite streetwise. She's quite impulsive. She's very instinctive. So she has really strong sort of, everyone that she meets, as you see on this journey, she has a very strong sense of who they are without even needing to talk to them. She trusts those instincts, and that's what I really like about her. She's quite front-footed about who she is.
Do you have like a favorite character from this movie?
I
love the drive.
Apart from Jyn.
Oh, that's nice.
I do. Well, I love K2. Alan is just absolutely hilarious, which you'll see in the film.
Yeah.
But he would just improvise every single line, and we'd all be cracking up constantly.
Yeah, I can imagine. In real life, what have you rebelled against?
Gosh, that's an interesting question. I guess with work, I try and be instinctive, and I try not to be too competitive, just to take each day as it comes, and have a little bit of self-belief, and I hope, like Jyn, live by your instincts.
Yeah. And when you're like a great actress, you have been doing many movies these years, do you always take something with you from the characters, or you just part ways when the movie is done? It's like, I like what she did in that piece.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely. And I loved about Jyn was her. She didn't overthink things, and I definitely would try and take that with me. Just I love how impulsive she is.
Well, I have a little game. We have 1 more minute, and I'm gonna give you names and questions, and you just answer whatever comes to your mind.
Okay.
If you were a Disney princess, who would you be?
Jyn Erzo.
Prince Williams or Prince Harry?
Kate Middleton.
Nice. Princess Leia or Queen Amidala?
Probably Princess Leia.
What did Dorothy say in The Wizard of Oz when she got to this new place, Oz?
This rocks.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Who is Anastasia Steele?
Who is who?
Anastasia Steele?
I don't know.
The character from 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, Anastasia Steele.
Anastasia, it was my fault.
Oh.
Anastasia. Are you a Marvel or DC Comics fan?
Marvel.
Marvel. What is your favorite Queen song?
Oh gosh, do you know what? My father used to love listening to Queen, and he'd have the cassette in his car. Oh gosh, what's the Galileo.
Bohemian Rhapsody. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Can you name a few of the Kardashians?
Kim, Khloe, Mama Kardashian.
In
I think
what
that's
movie?
as far as it goes.
Yeah, I don't even know. In what movie your character was named Felicia?
In Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's right. How was named Jennifer Aniston's haircut in Friends?
What was the name of it?
Of the haircut, yeah.
Oh, wasn't it sort of the Jen cut or something?
The Rachel.
Oh, the Rachel.
Yeah, it was the Rachel.
This is good 90s knowledge.
Yeah, and the last
I'm
is
doing really
about
well
music.
at this. I'm getting
As
everything
you're
wrong.
being an English girl. Beatles, Rolling Stones, One Direction, or Take That?
Beatles and Rolling Stones.
A nice answer. Thank you very much.
Thanks very
It's going to
much.
be a great movie, and we hope to see you again. You said that it's going to continue. Are you going to continue with Jyn?
You have to wait and see.
We have to wait.
December the
That's always
15th.
in Star Wars. We have to wait and see what happens. Thank you. Oh,
Thanks so
I
much.
have a little bit for you. Sorry, I forgot it. It's something I brought you from Panama, and it's to remember
Oh,
us.
great.
It's from
Oh,
Frank in
lovely.
Panama, a great
Thank
company that do
you.
things based on indigenous people from our
Oh,
country. So it's a
gorgeous.
beautiful gift for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'll treasure it.